Historic Currency Revaluation. Set to begin. IQD and VN enter global spotlight. Welcome back to another major update on the long-awaited revaluation of the Iraqi Dinar, IQD, and the Vietnamese Dong, VND. What was once seen as a distant hope or speculative dream is now unfolding as a reality. If you're someone who holds either of these currencies, the time to pay attention is now, because the change is no longer theoretical. It's scheduled, operational, and set to launch imminently. We are entering the final phase of what has become one of the most anticipated financial transitions in recent memory. Verified developments within international financial institutions indicate that we are just hours away from the official revaluation going live. This is not a test. This is not a drill. The financial systems are no longer in prep mode. They're in full execution mode. The go-live timeline. The newly revalued exchange rates for both the IQD and VND are set to go live tomorrow at precisely 6:01 a.m. local time in Iraq and Vietnam, GMT+3. This time has been deliberately chosen to align with global market activity and reduce any risk of disruption during the transition. Within 30 to 60 minutes of launch, the revised rates are expected to be reflected across global financial platforms, including SWIFT, Bloomberg, and all interconnected international banking networks. What makes this different? For years, followers of the Dinar and Dong revaluation have been met with a wave of theories, online chatter, and uncertain timelines. But what sets this moment apart is the verifiable action behind it. Final systems checks have been completed. Software has been updated. Cybersecurity protocols are in place. Multiple Tier 1 banks, including HSBC, JP Chase, Citibank, and Wells Fargo, have finalized internal procedures and are ready to begin processing redemptions. Each institution has implemented robust identity verification systems, advanced currency validation tools, and transaction tracking software. These are not routine exchanges. They are classified as high-security financial operations, and every step will be audited, documented, and conducted in compliance with international standards. What you need to do to prepare. If you plan to exchange your currency, preparation is crucial. Begin by gathering the necessary documentation. Government-issued identification, passport or driver's license, proof of currency ownership, purchase receipts or banking records, appointment, confirmation for your redemption session. Walk-ins will not be accepted. Only those with pre-scheduled appointments at designated redemption centers will be served. These facilities are specifically equipped to handle large value exchanges securely and efficiently, with trained professionals on site to assist. Because demand is expected to be high, patience will be important. Even if your appointment isn't scheduled for the first day, rest assured that the process will continue in a structured, tiered fashion. As long as your documents are complete and your slot is confirmed, your redemption will be honored. Security and fraud awareness. As with any major financial event, scammers will likely become more active. Stay vigilant and cautious. Only interact with verified banking representatives or institutions. If you receive unsolicited emails, phone calls, or messages promising faster service or insider access, ignore them unless you can confirm their legitimacy. Never click on unfamiliar links or give away personal information online. Always use official bank websites or contact numbers. Some fraudsters may even pose as financial advisors or bank employees. If something feels too good to be true, it probably is. Projected exchange rates. Based on institutional simulations and back-end financial modeling, the expected new rate for the Iraqi dinar is projected at $6.71 USD per 1 IQD, while the Vietnamese Dong is modeled at $0.42 US per 1 VND. These figures are derived from internal systems used by global financial institutions for high-frequency trading and liquidity planning. While the actual exchange rate at launch may experience minor fluctuations due to market conditions, these numbers are believed to be close to the final published values. What happens after the exchange? After a successful exchange, most holders can expect to see funds reflected in their bank accounts within 24 to 48 hours. However, for larger exchanges, payouts may be staggered or offered through structured financial plans, including trust accounts, deferred payments, wealth management portfolios. These options are designed to ensure security, support tax efficiency, and reduce exposure to potential fraud. You may also be required to meet with financial planners, tax experts, or legal advisors as part of the redemption process. This helps ensure that all transactions are conducted in full compliance with national and international regulations. Planning beyond the exchange. Now is the time to think carefully about your next steps. While it may feel like a financial windfall, this is a strategic opportunity, not a lottery win. To make the most of it, consider speaking with certified financial advisors, meeting with a tax consultant or CPA, exploring estate planning and asset protection options, considering legal structures like trusts or LLCs to protect your new wealth, learning about legal tax mitigation strategies. If you're dealing with high volumes, even small decisions can have significant consequences. Proper guidance could help you legally reduce your tax liability by up to 30% or more. But you'll only benefit if you're well prepared and informed. Why this is happening now? This transformation didn't occur overnight. Iraq has worked steadily to stabilize its economy, reform its banking systems, and clean up corruption. Likewise, Vietnam has emerged as a global manufacturing hub and has attracted massive foreign investment. These aren't random occurrences. They're the result of consistent, disciplined national policy. And the revaluation of their currencies reflects the success of these efforts. Final thoughts. Enter with clarity. If you're part of this process, it's because you stayed informed, made intentional choices, and believed in long-term outcomes. The next 24 to 48 hours are critical, and every decision you make from this point forward matters. Here's your checklist. Confirm your appointment. Collect and organize your documents. Identify your redemption location. Avoid emotional or impulsive decisions. Engage with trusted professionals for guidance. This moment could represent a major financial turning point, not just for individuals, but for the broader global economy. Handle it with care, preparation, and integrity. We'll continue to provide coverage throughout the rollout, including expert interviews, step-by-step instructions, and real-time updates. Subscribe to stay informed, and remember, this is not just a transaction. It's the start of a new chapter.